I'm looking forward to talking to our next guest, Patricia Silverberg. She's a songwriter and an award winner. So come on in, Patricia.
Howdy.
Hello there, Patricia. Oh my gosh, I love your music. So I'm just thrilled to talk to you. So yeah, so tell us where you grew up and how your interest in music developed.
Well, I grew up in New York City, in what you would call the inner city. It's kind of crazy and violent and weird. And so my escape was to play instruments. I started teaching myself how to play guitar when I was about 5. And then I played some drums. And then the public schools back then actually had good systems. So I learned how to read music and music theory and classical guitar, and just really stuck with it. And, well, I got a theater degree from Pace University in New York, and that helped. And it's just like a passion. It's like you focus in on it, and you feel that feeling when you're just in the moment and alive, and you know you're supposed to be doing that. So, yeah, it was a lot of escapism in a way, but a positive escapism by learning something and creating something and keeping your mind occupied and your body with your fingers and all that good jazz.
Tell me about the first song that you wrote.
Oh my God, as a kid, yeah. I can't remember. It's probably like a little goofy, like, hello, how are you, kind of thing. I used to watch Sesame Street a lot. I do remember in junior high, when my life got pretty rough, I wrote things about, more about the, not the external environment in terms of like the sun and the moons, but more of the violence in my neighborhood and how it's not cool and I want to escape all that and there must be another way. Kind of like that old Animals song, we gotta get out of this place.
When did you start performing in front of an audience?
That is a very interesting story. It started happening up in Flagstaff, Arizona, which is a little town up by the Grand Canyon. And I started performing around 2003. And it's a really positive experience. I came out to the entire community at the Pride at the Pine stage. You know, I was like still coming out and still performing and going to grad school and all these changes. And there I was on the stage saying to the whole world, hello, here I am. And then it just kind of went from there. I got a bunch of local gigs there. And then I had to come down to Phoenix when I finished school and started gigging here, playing like bookstores and coffee shops. And then just evolving with the recordings, getting radio play and like this and doing things like this. But yeah.
What took you to Arizona? How'd you get from New York to Arizona? What
I got a full scholarship to Arizona State University with a fellowship. They have to bribe people to come here. It's so weird, but it's just like, I'm sorry. I'm sure you read the news. It's still like, what am I doing here? Because, you know, I used to do shows in the Village and stuff. Like my first show that I stage managed was for Stonewall Repertory way back in the 80s. So it takes me 2003 in Phoenix to come out, or Arizona. But yeah, that's why I'm here. And to get away from my bad background and craziness.
Yes. So you created, you had a CD. When was your first CD created?
The first CD was when I first came down to Phoenix from Flag. It's more of a studio, like a demo. It's had 9 original songs, kind of bare bones, guitars and piano. And then Natalie Merchant was nice enough to give me mechanical royalties to her songs and help me out with that. And then, you know, as I learned more about recording and adding instruments, and I put out the CD that came out in 2012. And then it takes me a long time to write a song because I just work it and massage it and try to make it as best as I can. And then the next one just came out in the fall. So it's been a process of growing. That
CD from 2012, you got some notoriety, some recognition, didn't it?
Yes. I won the ASCAP Plus Awards, which is amazing. Just telling me I'm on the right track because I was able to get things on like radio stations and podcasts and college stations, NPR type stations, and performing. And it was, really about, hey, recognition that you're on the right track. So it's a really nice thing.
We have a song now. What song did you want us to play? What was that one?
Always There, which I actually wrote when I originally still lived in New York a long, long time ago. And then it was fancy because that's fancy, like classical guitar. But then I standardized to be more of a folk song and more relatable. And I think everyone can relate to it. It's just about missing someone you really love and care about. And the video itself is multicultural. So I try to be inclusive of everybody, including cats. There's pictures of cats.
Let's run that video.
So, love is love, right?
You were the one who was strong when life had all gone wrong. You understood how I feel. I knew there was I would heal. You are always there. When it's time to share, you are always there. With time to care, you were there to hold my hand. Someone who would understand. Free to lend me an ear and take away the pain and fear. You are always there. When it's time to share, you are always there. When it's time to care, times change and you have to leave. One day I knew it would be so. Still I just can't believe why you had to go.
Well, how pretty. Now, the making of that video, how much say did you have in the creation of the video?
I did all of it. I actually used this service that anyone could use called Rotor, but I took the time to customize it, pick all the pictures and sync it to the lyrics to try to make sense, and hopefully there's a storyline coming through. So I spent several days trying to get it right, and I made maybe 17 versions until I was happy with it.
You talked earlier about spending time massaging your songs and things. Are you a full-time singer-songwriter, or do you have to have some other gigs?
I have a day job.
And what's your day job?
I am a technical writer and instructional designer for my local city government, which is nonpartisan. Everyone's like, oh, you can't work for the government, but I really like it. And I create basically tutorials for their online systems. It's challenging, but the people are wonderful and great, very accepting, and everyone works as a team. And I get to work from home with my kitty, so I'm happy. I create things. That's the important part. I get to create things.
Sure. How often are you performing these days?
A little bit less. Here in Arizona, as you may know, is conservative, and not a lot of venues for original music. It's gotten worse since COVID lockdown thingy. People just want more like the live music kind of things, lots of cover songs. And so I'm very happy that, people back east still believe in real music. And then, so I'm doing less and just trying to get more stuff out there. Like I want to make a couple more videos and get hopefully more radio play and write and just kind of make it grow a little bit more beyond just Phoenix.
But you also do cover songs as well. I'm sorry?
Not very many. Very selective.
Right. But you did do one that I really like. And Russell, can we play a little bit of the Midnight Special, please?
Well, you wake up in the morning, you hear that big bell ring, go marching to the table. It's the same damn thing. Well, there's one on the table, a knife, a fork, nothing to pan. Say anything about it, you're in trouble with the man. Let the midnight special shine its light on me. Let that midnight special shine its light on me.
I love that song, and you do it so well. Thank you, thank you. What would you like to be doing? If you had your dream, someone said, Patricia, you can do anything you want. What would you like to do?
Oh, that's a tough one. I would still want to work with my music, and I love to draw and doodle. One of my degrees is in children's lit, so I want to also expand into some drawing and writing. That's one of the videos I'm going to do. I have a little happy lullaby at the end of my CD, and I'm planning to draw the little video. So things where I could create and express myself. So.
Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. You said Natalie Merchant gave you some assistance. Have you worked with any other stars?
Not directly. There are people I can relate to, like Suzanne Vega, who actually has a similar background as mine, and we actually have similar degrees, so I've reached out to her, and that's been wonderful. I think that's kind of it. I've run into people here and there, and I make a joke that back in New York, I used to do shows with Kevin Bacon's bass player, so I'm twice removed from Kevin Bacon. So now you're three Kevin Bacon.
So that means I'm three
yes.
removed from him.
Yes.
How would you describe your music?
That is interesting. I want to say it's authentic. As you may know, today's music tends to be very shallow and repetitive, and there's not a lot of real instruments, and there's not a lot, in my opinion, a lot of craft to it. There's craft in their own way. I want to say mine is more organic and real and based on feelings and perceptions, and I hope can be related to by most people. I try to be diverse and accomplish people and not exclude others. So I would say organic and real and personal.
Cool.
Yeah.
You just completed a new CD you talked about, and we have a part of that. Tell us about this song we're going to hear.
Gift of Pure Light. Okay. Well, when I was in Flagstaff, I was coming out, as I said, and I wrote this song. I didn't get on my other albums because I was still kind of nervous about the song, and it's really about just seeing the beauty in another person, really seeing that soul. When I introduced it at shows, I talk about how when we're little kids, like we love everybody, like on Sesame Street, we love the mailman, we love Mr. Hooper, we love Big Bird, and then we get old and jaded and we lose that spark. Yeah. So it's about seeing that spark in there and someone showing you the spark that you had and to regain that spark.
Okay, Russell, let's listen to it.
With kindness and love, with acceptance and grace, you are the gift of pure light, of being straight from the sun.
that you playing the flute?
You bring me love. You bring me life.
I didn't hear your answer about the flute.
Oh, it's a very talented musician called Ian Goff. He's based in Los Angeles. He's a friend of a good friend. Very talented. He's also very sensitive, likes to express himself, so he's a good person to work with. Yeah.
Where did you record the song?
Here in right in the Phoenix area, in Gilbert, Arizona, we call Green World Studios. And I picked mostly local musicians who are trained. The cellist, it's classical cellist, she plays the bass, and it's some vocals, and then who else is on it? Lots of people are on it, but they had to know how to read music and theory and work with people. My other songs, my other things, I had problems where people just wanted to show off and be Pete Townsend. I'm like, no, you gotta work with me. So I've learned a lot and was very picky. And I couldn't find a flute player, so I found someone through a great friend and, personal referrals. So.
Very cool. So let's show the address where people can pick up some of Patricia's music. There it is. That's her website. Go on there. You'll see a whole bunch of information about Patricia, and you can listen to her music. Thank you so much, Patricia. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Keep writing those songs.
I will. Thank you so much, Amber. And I just love your energy and your warmth, and I'm very honored to be part of this show. I appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you.
I want you to be my hand, and we could go out for coffee and tea and crumpets and stuff.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Thank you so much, Patricia. Thank you. All right. Wasn't that fun? I love meeting new people and finding out what motivates them and their histories. Oh, thank you so much, Patricia.